What's going on, everybody? Krista B here, digital content producer for WBLS, and this week on The Rewind, Beyonce's adding the title Distiller to her resume. Ashanti and Nelly welcome their baby boy and explain his name. And did y'all watch the DNC? Because we don't play about Kamala Harris. Let's get into it. The Queen Bee just took her game to another level. Beyonce dropped her very own whiskey brand, Sir Davis, and it's got a deep family story behind it. Named after her great-grandfather, Davis Hogue, a farmer and a moonshiner back in the day, this whiskey is a true tribute to her roots. Now, it's not just any whiskey. This one's finished, blended, and bottled right here in Texas, but with a touch of Scotch and Japanese whiskey flavor. Now, Beyonce herself had her hand in crafting it with Moet Hennessy, making sure it's as unique and powerful as she is. With the mix of 51% rye and 49% barley and some extra love from Sherry's cask, this spirit's gonna take you places. Bae said she wanted to share that feeling of confidence and power you get from a quality sip, and you know she delivered. Now, Sir Davis is currently up for pre-sale, and trust me, this one you're gonna wanna taste for yourself. Shipping starts September 4th, so get ready to raise a glass to the legacy of Beyonce. NeYo has always kept it real, and he's opening up about his unique take on love. He was recently asked if he'd be open to adding more ladies to his polyamorous relationship. NeYo, who's already dating 2 women, said that there's no specific cap. It all depends on who he vibes with and, of course, how many he can afford. This ain't the first time he talked about living his truth. Earlier this year, NeYo shared that he thinks being married to more than one person should be legal, saying love and romance are personal and folks should be free to do whatever makes them happy. He also added that he doesn't need the government to tell him how to live his life. And while we're talking about relationships, NeYo gave a shout out to Omarion for his decision to be celibate for the past 3 years, calling it a spiritual decision. But he kept it real, saying he's not sure if he can follow in those footsteps. So what do y'all think about NeYo's take on love? In case you missed it, the Democratic National Convention was lit. What's usually a boring roll call turned into a full-on celebration, complete with celebrity appearances and some fire performances. Now, even though Kamala Harris was already nominated as the vice presidential pick, the Dems made sure to reaffirm it in style. They brought out big names like Spike Lee, who joined New York Democrats to deliver the state's 298 votes for Harris, and Louisiana's own Wendell Pierce, you know, from The Wire, showed love for Harris, announcing his state's 47 votes. But it was Atlanta's Little John who really turned up. He got the crowd going with "Turn Down for What" before Georgia dropped 123 votes for Harris. And he even remixed Get Low to throw some love at vice presidential pick Tim Walz. The night was stacked with performances from Patti LaBelle and Common, but the real showstopper, Miss Michelle Obama. She came for former President Trump, calling him out on his comments about immigrants taking black jobs. Michelle didn't hold back, saying Trump was threatened by successful black folks like her and Barack. And the best part? She dropped the mic with who's gonna tell him that the job he wants just may be one of those black jobs. The crowd went wild, including me. So y'all, this Democratic National Convention isn't just about politics, it's a whole move. Congratulations are in order for Nelly and Ashanti. Big news in the world of celebrity love, Nelly and Ashanti just welcomed their first child to the world. They're celebrating the arrival of their son, Kareem Kincaid Hayes, born on July 18th. They're calling him KK, and his middle name, Kincaid, is a sweet tribute to Ashanti's dad. Ashanti shared that her son is now her #1 priority, and she's fully devoted to him. She even opened up on Instagram about her realities of motherhood and her postpartum journey, showing off her pride in her body and her new role as mom. It's been a huge year for this couple who rekindled their love just last year. They announced their pregnancy in April, and it is now out that they tied the knot quietly in December 2023. Ashanti even gave a nod to their renewed love at the 2023 VMAs with a throwback clutch. Everything's falling into place, and she's loving every moment of it. Congrats to Ashanti and Nelly. They're definitely rocking this new chapter. That's all for today. See you back here next week on The Rewind.